Hey guys, welcome back to another culinary quiz. So as you can see from my Santa hat here, as well as this awesome balsam and cedar scented candle, along with these candy canes here, the holidays are coming up and we're gonna make a simple, delicious peppermint bark recipe that is a great gift to give to anyone, as well as something to enjoy to yourself, given that we all had a rough time during finals week. So regardless of your situation, this is an easy, simple recipe. I'll put everything in the link in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so as far as prep goes, we don't really need to do much except get your flattest baking pan available and then cover that with wax paper. Make sure you get into the corners because we're gonna put the chocolate in this and it's gonna set beautifully. And then peppermint bark needs that coating of candy cane, so get yourself a Ziploc bag as well as 4 Wolverine claws of candy canes. And then we're just going to take these apart from the packaging and then put them in the Ziploc bag. Then comes the fun part of smashing these all up in nice crushed bits. You can use a dough roller, an acorn squash, a lightsaber, or a pot, the bottom part specifically, whatever works for you. And you're just gonna wanna pound that out finely. Once that's crushed up all nice and finely, not into an entirely smooth powder, but you can see little bits of chunks, that's good enough. We'll just set this to the side. Next, we're going to want to temper our chocolate. So pour your whole bag of white chocolate into 1 glass bowl set over a double boiler. That's just a glass bowl over some simmering water at the very lowest point on your gas stove. So we're going to heat both of these up and we're just going to let it melt naturally. And once our dark chocolate has reached a nice, glossy, awesome texture, we're going to take this off the heat and put it on our first layer on the parchment paper. And now what we're going to do is take that melted chocolate, be careful, it's a little bit hot on the bottom from the double boiler, and then we're just going to pour it right into our parchment paper. And now you're going to make sure you're going to want to work quickly and make sure you get nice and evenly spread. You can smooth it out a little bit and just make sure it's got sort of a square-like consistency. Then we're going to set this to the side to firm up a little bit before we put on our white chocolate, about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so our white chocolate has gotten down to a pretty smooth consistency right now. Personally, I hate white chocolate. I think it's way too sweet and it's just not good. But we're gonna fix that problem by doing about half a teaspoon of peppermint oil, just to give it a little bit of oomph and make it more holiday-like. So just stir that in nice and evenly. Be gentle with it. Alright, now that we've got that mixed in pretty well and our dark chocolate has set for about 10 minutes, we can go ahead and pour this over the top. Alright, so our dark chocolate here has set beautifully, and now we're just going to take our white chocolate and pour right over the top. And work quickly here, make sure it's all evenly distributed. Now you're going to want to spread the white chocolate evenly across the surface. All right, and then once you're happy with your surface, go grab your candy canes and then grab them by the handful and then just let it snow on there. And basically, we're pretty much done with our peppermint bark, but now we have to let this set and form its shape. So you can put this in the fridge, you can let this sit out, but I'm gonna put it in the fridge so that it firms up a little bit quicker. Alrighty, so after about an hour of being in the fridge, or about 20 minutes in the freezer, we can remove this from the parchment paper and it should come out nice and whole. And from there, we're going to get our knife and just cut this up into peppermint bark shapes.
Once you've chopped all the peppermint bark into nice shards, you're pretty much ready to serve. So you can put these in a parchment paper bag, or you can just eat them right out straight away, or keep them in the freezer too for nice toppings on ice cream or anything else. And that is a perfect peppermint bark slab. Happy holidays, everybody.